And I am back real quick, guys, because I want to talk about final exams. You hear it? I got my chill hop music playing for studying, right? When it's time to study, what do? You get your study music going, right? So, guys, you see my title, Final Exams. Hey, financial final exams. Will you pass or will you fail? Because unfortunately, I know the children are ready to get out of school. It's going to be summer break. Kids are going to be home, whether you have little ones or whether you have big ones. And, to them, learning is over with, right? It's all about fun at this point. But unfortunately, you and I, we know better, right? We know that as you get older and as you're an adult, learning is, you never cease to learn. You never stop learning, especially about finances, right? Because this world is always changing. This world is always evolving. We have to keep up with everything that's going on around us, right? Especially if you're working hard for your money. It makes a difference to pay attention to what's going on around you because of inflation and the way that the money is changing, going from the dollar bill to seemingly cryptocurrency, right? Seems like we're really heading into that whole crypto world. And it's okay to have fun, guys, and enjoy life. But I say don't enjoy life so much to the point to where you forget what's going on around you and don't pay attention to what's going on around you, because it will pass you by. And that effect is not only hard for you and I, the bigger effect, the more profound effect it'll have is on our children and our grandchildren, because we won't be passing them down any knowledge, right? Any information. So they're not only failing final exams in life, especially when it comes to finance, they're failing, the pop quizzes and the quick mini tests, right? And those things lead to the final exam. So, guys, I just want you to understand, pay attention to what's going on around you. Pay attention to inflation itself. Pay attention to what's causing inflation, all right? If you're not getting a raise, at least at the minimum, if you're not getting a raise to either try to match, some portion of inflation, then you're losing already, right? And most employers don't match inflation, not per se, right? Whatever little raise they give you, a nickel, 50 cents, a dollar, it's definitely not going to match inflation. So that means your dollar is actually losing value, the spending power of your dollar, right? So that'd be like question number one, right? What's inflation? You have to understand that. If your child asks you what's inflation, can you give them the basic definition and understanding of what's inflation? If your child asks you what is income versus cash flow, if your child asks you, or your grandchild, or your spouse, right, asks you what is positive cash flow, what is negative cash flow, right? If your child asks you what are some of the major challenges in this country that keep us the way we are as far as financially, can you answer those questions? Guys, it's time for you to understand these things so you can explain these things, right? You have to be able to pass your own final exam. As an adult, we never stop learning, and we have to learn these things so that we can pass these things on to our next generation, all right? You like that chill, steady music? I like that. Real cool, right? But guys, seriously, we're in a day and age right now that we just came out of a pandemic. Maybe still are in a pandemic, honestly, because it seems like around the world, here and there, the spikes and decreases and spikes again. And all this is affecting the price of food. It's affecting the price of gas. Gas is through the roof, right? Same $20 I could take 15, 20 years ago and almost fill my tank up. It won't even put it to the first notch now, right? So we have to know these things that are affecting us and are affecting our livelihood, right? Are affecting our way of living, our style of living. So you have to understand these types of things, guys. And I'm really calling you all out, my peers, my audience, to some degree. I'm not saying you have to become a financial scholar. I'm not saying you have to become some type of, sociologist or something like that. But it is your duty to understand the basics of finance, not just what we've been taught to just get money, work really hard for money, and save money, and put money in the bank so that the bank can make all of the money, so that the bank can loan your money out and make tons of money off the interest, when they loan it back to you and give you essentially nothing in return for that loan. There's another financial question. Can one of your family members, friends, just ask for all of the money that you have saved up, your retirement, your savings, money in a checking account, anything, any money, and ask for it for 1 year, and all of it, every single penny, and say they'll bring it back to you exactly what they took from you. And in the rare situation that there's one person on earth that would do that, most of us would say no if it's not an investment, right? If that person comes to you and asks, let me take that money, let me show you some investment vehicles that's going to, let that money generate more money, because that's what money is. It's a tool to go to work for you and bring you back what you invested plus, 10, 20, 30, 50%. You'll be all for that, right? And yet we let the government do it every single year. You let the government do it every single year. So I want you to think about that, because when I come to you for another test, I want you to be able to answer that. If your child asks you, what are taxes? Why do we pay taxes? How much taxes do you pay? They ask these questions. You have to have some type of answer. We talk to our children about a lot of things, guys. If finances is not one of the biggest topics that you talk about, that's not correct. That's not right. You need to do better. I'm calling you out on it, right? This is final exam day today. Well, all week, guys, I am having a Zoom. My organization is having a Zoom, and it's called Final Exams, where we're going to be talking about some major financial topics, just giving out some information, just so that you can have some understanding and add from different financial aspects, right? So I'm going to put it in the comment section with the Zoom. No, I'll tell you what, no, I'm not. I want you to join me, guys. It's only going to be about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Let's put the Netflix down for about 40 minutes. That's what I'm asking you to do for this particular. This is not the exam. This is just a little study with about 2,000 people that are going in the same direction, right? Why not jump on a Zoom with about 2,000 people that are looking to better their lives and their generations after their lives, right? For about 30, 45 minutes. Netflix is going to record. Hulu is going to record. You can watch the basketball game on record. Disney Plus is going to record. ESPN is going to record. You can see all of that stuff later, guys. And even we're going to record. So, but there's nothing like feeling that energy firsthand when you're learning something that you're going to be able to conversate with your children about, and watch how excited they get. Watch how excited they get when you start conversating with your children about little financial tidbits and you kind of quiz them, right? Watch how excited they get. So come join the energy, the live energy, to get some understanding, a little bit of financial understanding about different aspects, right? Just going to give you some points of views, something to think about. I'm asking you to join me, because when I do come to you with that final exam, I expect you to ace it. Okay, guys? So I'm going to get out of here. Tremaine, Mr. Hard Pivot. And if you want to join that Zoom, DM me or just comment, and I'll get a hold to you, and I'll get you the information over, okay? I'm not putting it in the comment. I want you guys to join me live. I want to see some effort on your part, like in class, when you got to come to class prepared with your books, your folders, your notepad, your pen, your pencil, your eraser, your pencil sharpener. Right. Become prepared to take notes, because it's going to be some really, really good stuff. I promise you that. And even if you're watching this video and it's not final exams week, I promise you, at any and every time, we're going to be able to give you some absolutely enlightening understanding, points of views on finances, right? Because that's just what the organization does. That's just what we do. That's what we're here for, right? So DM, leave a comment, or just send me a text. I see it says put stretch on there, right? Put stretch, because I want to stretch your mind right tonight. So 216-285-0569, text stretch. We're going to stretch that mind, guys, okay? So, like I said, Tremaine, Mr. Hard Pivot, here for you. And just like I tell everybody, I don't know most of you, but I believe in you guys. So why don't